just really enjoyed it. I got a real buzz from it and just carried on. Didn't really do boys, and horses were much more attractive than men, and carried on sort of doing the local gymkhanas and the showing and the jumping and the dressage and cross country, and just sort of I've always done everything.
For many riders in all disciplines, this is a familiar story. But Emily Laws only has one arm and rides using a prosthetic limb.
Yesterday, when the horse I was riding, I had my arm, which has been working completely fine. Yesterday it decides it doesn't want to work. So, like with the dressage, it's not such a risky sport. You know, you have to do all your preparation and stuff. I think jumping is a bit more of a buzz. I do enjoy it, but I enjoy them both equally.
One of the year's most prestigious para-equestrian jumping events is hosted in Bordeaux, France. Para-equestrian jumping is not for the faint-hearted, especially as most international riders are not on horses that they know.
So we get here, like yesterday we had a warm-up, so we practised. You warm them up, so you try them. And then like today, we'll be going and jumping. So it's all on borrowed horses. We have to borrow jumping horses, French jumping horses. So it's new horses, it's a whole new environment, isn't it? You're sitting on a new horse, a new place. I mean, look at this place, it's fantastic. You know, it's a real opportunity.
As with para-equestrian dressage, the riders all compete on an equal footing by applying a grading system.
They have like the grading, so like I'm a grade 4 rider, so I've just got one arm, so I'm the sort of higher, less ability, if that makes sense. So like it's down in like grade 1 would be quite sort of badly disabled, and it goes sort of up. So like the grade or the blind riders, they'd be competing and they'd actually be led round. So there'd be like a horse in front. So sort of down the grades, you would maybe jump smaller. So the grade 4s would be jumping the bigger fences today, and the lower grades would jump the smaller fences.
The sighted riders leading the blind competitors are often from the highest ranks of the pure jumping sport.
I mean, it is quite an amazing experience because when they go in, it's silent. You know, because obviously they've got to concentrate 100%. The horse is focused, he's focused. So he would go around and say, we're going to go left now, we're going to go right now. And then you hear them, woo, woo, steady, steady, steady. Which to me, it's just a bit scary.
Louise Hacker also began riding at an early age.
I started riding at the age of 2, started competing, sort of show jumping and bits and pieces, pony club, went into the eventing more than anything else. And then I had my tragic fall, which then put me back off because I couldn't do the cross country anymore, so I went to the show jumping side. I love horses. I've loved them from a young age, and I've just got to be with them. They've been my life. I think if I was doing anything other different sport, I wouldn't really enjoy what I do, and horses have been my life really more than anything else. I couldn't just do dressage on its own. There's not enough excitement there for me. That's why I took up the eventing career. But then I went to the show jumping career afterwards because I just love jumping. There's just something about it. Just enjoy it.
And competing on an international stage is even more enjoyable.
This is a great thing to come to. It's just the adrenaline rush to come to a big CSI over here is just absolutely fantastic.
Just before the World Cup, 3,500 people, and you ride in and they say your name. This is Emily Laws riding for Great Britain. It's just like a bit like childhood dream, really. You know, sort of pinch yourself, you know, and it's just a dream come true. It's just amazing.
For Toby Bevins, Bordeaux is his first international event. Epileptic, dyspraxic and hemiplegic, Toby has a real love for sport and quite clear plans for the future.
Been in a football team, been playing tennis, playing cricket, all the kind of sports I do. I always like horses. And when I want to be older, I want to become a show jumper. So I just start now. When I come out of school, I want to practice at home to be coming out and like here and do show jumping. I do dressage at home, but jumping for more fun, more fun to do. Because dressage, some people forget the test and go wrong. And show jumping, you can walk the course so you know what you're going to do. It's really good and fun. I'm looking forward to do it. I'm looking forward to do it tomorrow as well.
Toby, like I said, we only met him yesterday, and he is such a sweet kid. you know, a really lovely pair. His parents are fantastic. You know, we live completely miles away from each other, but we regularly, like Louise and I, will regularly text, phone, speak to each other. Got a really good friend there, and that was from only last year. So it's almost like a real close family. Everyone looks out for each other, and we've got Tony Bott, our chef de keep. We all work together, we all help each other. It's really important. It's a real close family.
Behind the feeling of community is a determination to win and a sense of pride.
Just because we've got a disability doesn't mean to say we still have our ambitions in life. And, you know, we all have ambitions. And to actually go and have my daughter, who's only 5, to actually watch her mum riding for her country, there aren't many kids that can say they've seen that.
Join us next month when we get an exclusive look at the making of Ankie van Grunsven's new freestyle music, and we meet Swedish jumping star Malin Bergard Johnson here on FEI Equestrian World.